What is happening? J Gaming Dude here, and we have got the PlayStation Plus August monthly games for 2023. We've got PGA 2K23, Death's Door, and the topic of discussion this time around, which is Dreams. So, for those of you guys that don't know, Dreams is a creativity tool, in a way, or in the form of a game. It's kind of like gamified creativity tool. You can create, it's sort of the whole play, create, share kind of mentality that Little Big Planet had, albeit in a significantly more expanded way. And I mean significantly more. Like you could create a sound effect, and then other people can then use those library of sound effects created by people to create their own game, levels, whatever have you. And it doesn't need to be just limited to creating audio. It can also be visuals, taking photos of things and then creating 3D models of them. Getting some voice acting. Like you can add a lot of different types of things into Dreams, and then people can use those resources to create their own creations essentially. And it's an absolutely brilliant tool. What I absolutely hate right now is that it's now free for Plus. Dreams is gonna not be supported after the 1st of September this year, if I remember correctly, which means the game will still be playable. It's just it will not get those regular updates, server maintenances, and just to kind of keep the game as tip-top as it would have been. This is something that should have happened when Dreams was either about to come out or shortly after it released, so that you get something like this sort of tool to more people so they can create more things and ultimately provide more to everyone who starts playing, keeps playing, and all the rest of it. So it's really, really unfortunate to see that. I feel like, it's unfortunate to see, and this is what I feel, is that Dreams got absolutely shafted by Sony because it doesn't see. Obviously, it's not a moneymaker. There's no way anyone thought that Dreams would make tons and tons of money. But the fact that it got, they lost the ability. Well, I don't know if Media Molecule, the creators of Dreams, actually stopped doing the updates of their own volition, or whether or not it was no longer viable from a money point of view, or maybe that it was Sony coming on from on high to say, look, you guys aren't making much money out of it, which again I suppose comes into my previous point, you might as well stop. So it's very difficult to tell what exactly happened, but it's sad to see it nonetheless. And this is kind of what makes me angry, is why is it on PS Plus now? Why could it not have been on PS Plus before? Why did this game get shafted when something like Little Big Planet had like an incredibly long tail, an incredibly long lifespan, and it was a significantly more limited tool? Why you couldn't let more people in from the get-go, I will not understand. But it's also kind of falling into the same idea or the same category of how games are being delisted and no longer able for purchase, and sort of just general preservation and all of that. But I don't know why I mentioned stuff about preservation when I was thinking about online only games getting shut down because there's not enough players, or players aren't spending enough money, so then it doesn't become worth keeping the servers up, and then they just shut the game down. But then for servers getting shut down was usually due to old small player bases before, because monetary investment was never really that much of a thing in online games of old, especially like when we talk about the early 2010s up to about 2012. It was after that online games started to, demand a lot more money, albeit that something like Call of Duty was asking for money way before. So there is that, I suppose. But yeah, it's just sad to see a game that deserved a lot more get shafted pretty hard. And, the announcement came pretty suddenly, but also it just feels like an insult that this game now gets to be put on PS Plus after it's pretty much its expiry date. So I guess with all that said and done, let me know what you guys thought about Dreams being put on PS Plus now, and kind of like what would have been the better way to have handled it. In my opinion, it would have been to have put it on PS Plus a lot sooner so we could get more people in, more people creating stuff, and ultimately there being so much more for everyone to be able to play around with. But that's just my opinion. Like the video if you like the sort of topic of discussion, and you subscribe to the channel, because I definitely like my videos to go out to more people and kind of all of that other stuff. With all that said and done, I'll see you guys next time.